Immortal Empires is finally here. For most of us, that means that Total War Warhammer 3 has truly been released. Though it's still in a beta, the game mode already supports 8 players, simultaneous turns, and every faction and character from Warhammer 1 and 2, including all the DLC. This monumental map has us fans frothing at the mouth. I'm Little Quick, and today we're finally visiting Total War Warhammer 3 on Shadow. Shadow's power upgrade hasn't been released yet, so we're on the standard tier hardware. We've got 16GB of RAM and a Quadro P5000. We're using the weakest of the available configurations. If you're lucky enough to have a GTX 1080, your game's going to be marginally better, while an RTX 4000 will be similar. Let's get to it. Installation speed is reasonable. All 103GB of the game are downloaded in less than 40 minutes, with Shadow's considerable bandwidth. Once the game's already installed, you can expect to be in the campaign in under 5 minutes from deciding to play. Shadow has expandable storage, but keep in mind you won't be able to put much else on your Shadow PC if you have the basic 256GB plan. Gameplay has no issues. Shadow's app is top-notch, with controls seamlessly flowing into the game. There's no issues with mouse displacement, reactivity, or a loss of control. Shadow has mastered getting the controls from your PC to their PC. Steam's cloud save functions keep all your saves synced up between different PCs if you turn it on. Game modes all work. I'm able to play Immortal Empires, host multiplayer campaigns, play multiplayer cooperative battles, and join those battles. This means that you can enjoy the game on Shadow no matter what faction or game mode you prefer. Shadow doesn't skimp on bandwidth or stream quality. Some other services have poor stream rates or charge extra to give you the good bandwidth. Shadow has no problems keeping my stream crystal clear, and I'm running at 40 megabytes per second. At 1080p, this is way more than enough to eliminate any and all clarity issues. But what about performance? Well, that power upgrade can't come soon enough. There are grumblings in the Total War community about performance issues compared to Warhammer 2 with this new title, and if your hardware isn't cutting edge, they're definitely warranted. Shadow ran Warhammer 2's battle benchmark for ultra settings with an average FPS of 54, fluctuating between 37 and 70. Running that same benchmark for Warhammer 3 with the same ultra settings has us at an average of 41, the range never exceeding 51 and dipping as low as 30. That's 25% of lost performance. Let's skip the charts for now. Check out this comparison on screen while I give the details. So what settings should you pick if you want the smoothest gameplay? Dropping settings to high yields a 46 FPS average, up about 12% in performance. Not quite Warhammer 2, but potentially playable for some of our Cloud Warriors. Medium also has a nice boost, 54 average FPS. Now we're on par with Warhammer 2. If you want the highest possible frames per second, keep the settings down to low. You're going to lose the fancier effects, but the smoother gameplay could make up for it. Your FPS is going to average around 68. The game still looks good with low settings on, and you can keep animation near that 60 frames per second sweet spot. If you're like me, not only do you enjoy commanding your soldiers to victory and seeing your enemies driven before you, but you also like to scout the battles up close. Total War Warhammer 3 still delivers on the epic visuals that make the series so engaging to watch. Immortal Empires may lack the polish of its predecessor from Warhammer 2, but Shadow can still showcase some of the game's splendor. The verdict is passable. Shadow's infrastructure and excellent apps are ready for the game, but their hardware is a limiting factor right now. The power upgrade can't come soon enough. Shadow's billing methods are favorable to Total War players, who can lose themselves for countless hours in this game. Shadow's not a lost cause, but we're at that moment right before their upgrades where their hardware inadequacies are the most apparent. If you've already got Shadow, there's no reason not to try Total War Warhammer 3 on it. But if you were looking specifically to get Shadow for Immortal Empires, I'd wait for the power upgrade coming later this year, or look into another service. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to keep it tuned right here to the only place you can do battle in gaming heaven, Cloud Gaming Battle. Little Quick out.